I will be evaluating Reddit against the learning theory that I have developed. It is called dynamic rational learning theory. Since I see Reddit as an informal learning environment, I thought it might be interesting to evaluate it against my own learning ideas. Here goes. Dynamic rational learning states that learners are open to learning only what is perceived as important at a given point in time. What is considered important is not static but dynamic and is always changing based on what new information the learner possesses and is influenced by. There are three ways in which I feel learning environments can be evaluated under this theory. Number one, is the material relatable to the learner? In other words, does the platform presentation meet learners where they are at in a manner that attracts, engages, and holds their interest? With the thousands of subreddits available on the Reddit site, learners can select only subreddits they relate to, creating a strong connection with the subject matter in almost an addictive way. Number two, does the interactive environment provide relevant learning material only and nothing more? In other words, does the environment provide learning material in an efficient manner? Here's where Reddit does not deliver. When a learner enters a subreddit site, they can easily be distracted and go off on different tangents and not focus. Number three, does the interactive environment create a transforming experience? Do learners assimilate what is learned into modifying their thoughts, actions, and behaviors? The results here are mixed. The informal learning experience on Reddit is sloppy and inefficient that can lead users to use the site to reinforce their existing ideas. However, some users do go through the process of modifying their thoughts and actions over time. How to improve Reddit? Aesthetics. Reddit is an unattractive, cluttered site that could be enhanced with a cleaner look. While this site is easy to use, the way the information is presented gives the impression that this is a disjointed free-for-all, which is the perception many have of the site. Number two, rules. Some of the subreddits have rules, others do not. I think the rules should have some consistency throughout all subreddits. However, this would be very hard to establish given the free-form nature of the different Reddit communities. Number three, free speech. Limits placed on language and content is a big issue at Reddit. It is not known how growth would be effective with more control. However, communities using Reddits have put up a fierce opposition to any limitation on freedom of speech or content in the past. Research questions. Number one, would placing limits on free speech at Reddit limit or enhance site usage? This could be a useful question to know the answer to. Since Reddit relies on advertising for its revenues, I would think the organizers of the site would want to know the answer to this question. Another research question would be, because of the popularity of Reddit with others, how can Reddit features be embedded in online learning environments to increase student attraction and engagement? I think by applying some of the site's strategy to more formal learning environments, learner engagement can be enhanced.